Hey, what up, everybody? You know, it's your girl, Ariel Phoenix, once again. And I'm pretty sure you guys know what day it is. It's Monday. So that must mean it is time for Migraine Monday Madness. So let's get started. Now, I'm not sure where we left off last time, to be honest. This video definitely won't be as long, but here we go. Let's see. So other than medication, because I think the last video I really talked a lot about medication. Other than different medications, I have tried like natural home remedy type things. My Nana is always like, well, have you tried pinching this part of your hand whenever it hurts? And you gotta lie down on the bed with your feet on the wall and do this, that, and the third. And I'm like, okay, whatever. If it hurts this bad, I'm willing to try whatever you're talking about. Now, I tried what she's talking about. But after her saying it about 5 different times, then I'm like, Nana, leave me be. Leave me be. I don't even want to talk to you right now. My head is killing me. Like, you're talking crazy. It don't work. You're cuckoo. And of course, the whole, like, the, what is it? Ginger, I believe it is. And things like that. Of course, the usual going into a dark room, no noise, no none of that. But I mean, that stuff doesn't make the migraine go away. It just kind of takes away any like added pain and whatnot from what is already occurring. But I mean, it can still randomly get worse sometimes. I have actually tried Botox for it. And no, I don't mean that I've had people putting needles to make my lips bigger. These are my natural lips. Sometimes they look big, sometimes they look small. Either way, they are naturally and wonderfully mine and luscious. Mwah. Okay? What I mean by Botox is migraine Botox. So, and I kept saying I wanted to get a video of it, but I ended up talking to my doctor and stopped going because it not only wasn't making it better, but it was also making it worse. Like, I have newfound symptoms thanks to going to the Botox. Like, this is my personal experience. It might be different for somebody else, but after going to the Botox, whenever I drive the truck, because, okay, we have a Tahoe, and then we also have a, what is that car again? And then we have another car, okay? I call my car Peaches so often that I kind of forgot what kind of car it was. Oh, it's a PT Cruiser. But whenever I drive the Tahoe now, the back of my neck kills me. Like, it hurts so freaking bad, like after like 30 to 40 minutes of driving it. So like, I avoid driving the Tahoe with a freaking like the plague. Like, I avoid it like the plague because that's how bad it freaking hurts. And I didn't have that problem before because originally we only had the one car, so I drove the Tahoe all day every day on the regular, like it was our only vehicle. And now all of a sudden it hurts so bad ever since I started doing the Botox. And I know for a fact that's what it is, like, because it occurred after the fact. But what the Botox procedure actually is, for those of you who don't know, I asked the doctor one time exactly how many shots or whatever it is, and it was like 30 or 33. I can't remember which number he said, but it was definitely one of those, like, for effect. And he would put shots like all across the forehead. He would put them freaking, like, you can't really see, but it was all the hair, but like right about here and down my neck, and there was so many. And the procedure itself, I wouldn't necessarily describe it as really horrible or really, really painful, because, but my pain tolerance is like really high, being that I've had migraines for so many years, and they're sometimes every single day, but usually like every other day. They're so bad that they actually have given me a really high pain tolerance level. So maybe to the average person, the Botox probably really, really hurts. I mean, it does. I'm not saying it doesn't hurt at all, because it does for sure. Like, somebody's freaking giving you shots in the head. Of course it hurts. It's not like there's no fat there to freaking cushion that. Like, so, but yeah, so that's what the Botox procedure is. And a couple times I actually had like really, really bad reactions to it. So I had to stop driving myself to the appointments. Like, my husband had to start getting, you know, leaving work for a couple hours and going with me whenever he was able to, or my friend would have to go with me if she could, because it really, like, I would be in so much pain afterwards. See, it's not the actual, like, shots when it's happening. Like, it's the after the fact that's bad. Like, I would be so out of it and so in pain, and I wouldn't be able to do this, like, at all. Like, I would have very limited movement in, like, my neck and my head. So I couldn't drive myself home, and it hurt so bad. And one time I was so out of it. They're like, you need to lay down. So they made me lay, like, the shots itself only took maybe like 10 minutes, I think. And they had me laying down in the back room for maybe like 30 to 40 minutes, because that's how bad it was. But after a while, I'm just like, okay, like, we need to leave. Like, we need to go back home. Like, look at the time, you know. And because my husband and kids were waiting in the waiting room for me the whole time. So the nurse had to walk me to him. Like, she's kind of holding me up, because, like, I could walk, but I wasn't, like, steady. And then my husband held me up, held me into the car, and then we went home. And I was just, like, kind of out of it, like, for the rest of the day. So that's just one of the many different things that I've tried, and the many different side effects, and the many different things that migraines bring into my life that create a whole bunch of extra struggles. It's not just the migraine itself. And what many people don't know is, like, with the migraine, so, like, it's not just the headache. So with a good half, if not even more than that probably, but at least a good half of my migraines come with a fever. And so I take OTCs, over-the-counter medication, like Tylenols or Excedrin or whatever, just to, they don't take my migraine away. I'm not taking it for that reason. I'm taking it more so for the stuff that comes along with the migraine, and to kind of take the edge off. Like, I'm taking it to take the fever away, so that I can be functional through the pain throughout the day. Because, like I say all the time, you know, I have other people that have to take care of that depend on me, you know, and stuff to do, obviously. So on top of the fevers, my migraines, for me in particular, come with a lot of vomiting. A lot. So, I mean, there's a lot, but I'm going to cover maybe a specific incident or two. Obviously, it's hard to remember every single time, but there are certain times that really stand out because there were other people involved, or it stopped me from doing something, or it got really nasty. And I was disgusted by myself for it, or things like that. So one specific incident, my husband was actually deployed and had a really bad migraine. At that time, both my kids were at home because Tristan wasn't old enough to go to school yet. And I'm laying on the couch all day long, basically. Like, I'm struggling, and they can't really do anything for themselves, and I'm so out of it. I can't really stay awake. I called my friend. I'm like, hey, can you come over, please? Because I really can't. Like, I can't even keep my eyes open for more than like 5 minutes. Like, it is bad. Can you just come and kind of watch the kids? Like, you don't have to do much. They can kind of just watch TV, play with their toys. Just make sure they ain't getting into nothing. She said, cool, she'll come over, but it's going to be a while because her son wasn't up yet because she had her own little child or whatever. I think he was maybe like 1 at the time or something. And they still would have to get dressed, eat, all that stuff. So it was going to be a while. So I fall back asleep. Next, so obviously, like I said, this was about throwing up. So I had threw up a few times before I had even called her. So I fell asleep. Next thing I know, Eli, my youngest, is screaming and crying. And he's like right there in my ear. And I'm just like, oh my God, what is happening? So of course I woke up to all the screaming and crying. I look over. My son is in my bucket, in the throw up. Shit was nasty. Ooh, I did not mean to cuss. It was so nasty. And, but as a mom, you gotta do what you gotta do. And this is my life. Throw up is a part of the routine. So I get up, woozy and wobbly, and in pain. I clean him up, clean the bucket out. I throw up in the bathroom again because cleaning up the throw up made me throw up. And then I went back to lay down and basically fell back asleep. And everything was good. Not really good, but life went on. Then there was another time, and this particular thing actually that I'm about to discuss has actually happened to me more than once for sure. But in this particular situation, it actually affected my job because I had a job at the time at the gas station. Well, I had to call out of work because I had a migraine that was so bad, and it was just super bad. No medicine was helping, nothing, not the medicine the doctor gave me, not the OTCs, nothing at all, you know, and I just was like done for. Like they asked for a 1 to 10, but my migraines are already more than a 10. And so it's kind of really hard to do that. So, but this one was really bad. Like, I'm crying, like the pain was bad. But on top of that, I'm throwing up, constantly throwing up, constantly. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I threw up once, I threw up twice. No, it was constant. And I couldn't eat. I couldn't eat at all. Anytime I even tried to eat, like I took a couple bites of a cracker, boom, I'm throwing up again. Took a few sips of a ginger ale, boom, I'm throwing up again. Drink some Gatorade, boom, I'm throwing up again. Like, it was bad. So, of course, I called out the work because, like, 1, can't stand. 2, I'm in outrageous pain. 3, I'm throwing up. Like, how's that going to work? Especially when at work I got to stand up the entire time, deal with customers. But it's not like I'm, you know, chilling at a desk or something under a fan. It's not that type of job. Either way, I would have called out, though, to be honest. So, but I was like this. The constant throwing up, the constant unable to eat, constant pain, a fever, like the whole 9. I was like this for 3 days. 3 days. Only one of those days was I supposed to work, and I had to call out for that day. But I explained to my job the situation. I explained to my manager, and she was really mad. Like, she was so upset with me. She was really mad. But it's like, what can I do? There's nothing I can do about it. I can't control it. Like, do you want proof? You want to come to my house and see that I'm throwing up? Like, you don't believe me? Like, I'm a really good worker. I have really, really good work ethic. Like, I never call out unless I absolutely have to. Like, there was many, many, many a days where I went to work with a migraine, went to work being nauseous. Like, I remember one day a customer actually bought me freaking the goodie medications, you know, like it's like the powder. She actually bought me some, and she actually bought me some McDonald's off the dollar menu, because the gas station I worked at was connected to McDonald's, so that I could eat something and take some medicine, because she could physically see how sick I was. And this was not even the same situation as what I was just talking about, obviously, because like I said, I had called out. So it just, employers a lot of the times don't understand, you know, people who don't have migraines themselves don't understand. And I just looked at the time, this video is getting long. So I'm gonna leave you guys with those specific incidents and call it a day. Since I originally said this video was gonna be quick, or at least I think I said it. That might have been in my head. I don't know. I know I talk a lot. Leave me alone. So, thanks you guys again. Hopefully, for you non-migraine sufferers, that'll give you some insight to what it is like in the life of somebody with a migraine. It's horrible. And for you migraine sufferers, I just want to say, keep pushing through. Hopefully, you will find something that works for you. I hope I do. And thank you so much for listening to all of you guys. I know it is rough out there when you're trying to live day-to-day life and you're having day-to-day migraines, but it will get better. And somebody remind me of that as well. But thanks you guys. I'm signing off now. Peace.